Hello Libra, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Libra is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, does not cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Libra, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And Four of Cups. Okay, I feel like there's a storm on the horizon. Yeah. I feel like you are kind of, it's like you're on a boat and you're maybe taking a nap. Everything's great. When you went to bed, it was really sunny weather. And now you wake up and you can see that the skies are black. The water's starting to get a little choppy. There's a storm coming. Okay. Now we're going to put this into some context and see what is this storm, where is it coming from, and how we can deal with it. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Well, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. It's something learning from the past. I think this is something that either we should have seen it coming, but I don't think you did. I don't think you did see it coming. Let's see what else we've got. Okay, we've got a 7 and an 8 of Pentacles. We have a lot of Pentacles right here in the middle. That's very interesting. And we've got some very good energy in the future. I think that this is really, this is a situation that is not new to you. We have a 6 of Swords, an Ace of Swords, very nice. Lover's card, and a 3 of Cups. A lot of this is really going to have a happy ending. I don't think you were expecting this to happen, but I think it is something that you've kind of been through before. Okay? I wonder if it has something to do with, well, it could be a romantic thing. Now, put your pitchforks away, okay? It doesn't have to be romance. There's some sort of a close bond, though, okay? There's some sort of maybe a family connection, a very close friendship, a very close maybe family kind of thing going on, okay? Very close energy with that 2 of Cups. I feel like there is a real connection there. So it could be romance, anyway. And I wonder, too, because the Lover's card is in the position of what we don't want. And so I wonder if this is perhaps an ex or something that's kind of coming back in. If maybe it's a friend that's trying to get back in your life. Someone is trying to kind of make that connection with you again. And I think that when you look at the past, you remembered what a, match in a tinderbox it was. Okay? Now, the Queen of Pentacles is looking back at this Ace of Wands. Now, are we looking at that Ace of Wands and thinking, oh, that'd be a good idea. Let's do this again. Or are we looking at this and thinking, it didn't work last time. What makes me think it's going to work again? It does feel like somebody's trying to come back into your life. It could be an ex that really wants to rekindle things, right, with the Ace of Wands here. And interestingly, we've got 2 options here. We can either say, yeah, it didn't work last time, it's not going to work again, or we can see, well, maybe this time is different, right? But the one point of all of this is that this is a storm that was kind of unexpected. This was something that you didn't really anticipate this coming and disrupting the momentum that you have already in your life, okay? And I think that's shown by this 6 of Swords. You already have this plan. You're already on course. You know where you're going. You're already sailing here. You didn't know that there'd be this storm or this threat of a storm on the horizon. You thought it was going to be smooth sailing, right? So the 4 of Cups is really that unexpected thing coming in that could disrupt our plans if we don't deal with it in the right way, right? So I feel like this reading, the Spirit's really trying to say, hey, you got to wake up from your nap on your sailboat, whatever. there's something happening here that you weren't expecting. You've got to deal with it so that you can continue on course. All right. Now let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And it is just going, whoa, look at that. A couple of volunteers. A lot of volunteers. Oh, this is going to be a long reading, I think. A couple of volunteer cards, and then the mystery card here. We'll go right here with Simon Mork Ripley. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. We'll look at these. And that mystery card will tie everything together. It'll give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is, or you have a hunch, put your prediction down in the comments. All right, let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise of intuition. Okay, now, interesting what we've got here. We've got another 4. And now this puts a little bit of a twist on things for me. We also have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Swords, which is, again, very interesting. I'll tell you why. The Knight of Swords is fire and air. The Queen of Cups is water and water. Okay, so it's kind of like this person is kind of coming unexpectedly. See, they're coming from behind here, and they're presenting you with this storm. Really, it's causing a disruption in your smooth sailing, and I feel that these two, this is kind of this energy sneaking up behind you, catching you off guard, really surprising you. Okay, and you're already Queen of Cups. It sparks something in you. It makes you feel some type of way. It brings all of these feelings back up. Okay, so it is like that contact. You'll have to excuse me if I hit the cough button here a few times today. I'm still getting over this cold. The contact from this person really brings up a lot of feelings for you, okay? And that now, especially with this with the 4 of Pentacles here, now I'm wondering if you're kind of thinking, well, gosh, maybe this is a good idea after all. Maybe this is the chance where it's really going to turn into something great. Yeah? So I think without these cards, it seemed like it was kind of it may have been a kind of obvious choice, right? Well, I think that you kind of remember what it was like last time. Maybe there was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of discord between the two of you, and things didn't work out. The relationship didn't work. And now I think you're kind of focused on other things in your life. You don't want the lover's energy. You want connections, and you want progress, and you want more of a divine connection, a more deep and spiritual kind of life. And you have this plan for your future, but then this person comes, catches you off guard, and really makes you feel some type of way. And maybe with this Queen of Cups here, this is saying, well, it's gonna reawaken a lot of feelings that you're gonna have to look at. It's not going to be an easy choice. I thought at first maybe it would be an easy choice. Maybe it's not going to be easy. Yeah. The 4 of Pentacles, that kind of volunteer, this is us clinging to something. Okay. This is, and it's almost kind of like, it's almost clinging to this boat that we're on now, this raft, and thinking, I don't know what to do. We saw with the Queen, at first we started with a lot of confidence, right? The Queen of Pentacles knows what decision to make, is not worried, not bothered by this surprise energy, is not disturbed at all by it, can easily make a decision. Well, what would you choose? Would you choose light and growth and progress, or would you choose darkness and decay and, crop failure, or the abundant harvest? Well, it's pretty easy what the Queen of Pentacles would choose. But now the Queen of Cups, not so sure about it anymore. Now all these feelings have been reactivated, and we're starting to think, wow, I don't know. I feel a certain way about this person now. And with the 4, with both of these 4s, 4 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles, this is a situation that cannot stay put. You're on this boat. You've woken up from your nap. You realize that there's a storm headed your way. what do? You can't just think about it for too long, because in the storm you're just going to drift right into it or whatever. A decision has to be made. You have to choose something. You have to take some sort of an action. You've got to raise the sails and try to go maybe around the storm, or you've got to just batten down the hatches and go straight through it. But something needs to be done here. But we're almost kind of frozen in place with these two cards. The fours are always a temporary stability. Yeah, we are safe now. You woke up from your nap, you're not in the storm now, but you will be if we don't move from this position. Okay? This is kind of like you're standing there and there's the big bucket of water above your head, and it's going to tip over. It's going to tip over. What do? Well, it depends. You want to get wet or you want to move out of the way. But it's happening, right? So, I know that's a pretty bad metaphor. There's a reluctance to there's a reluctance to kind of change something. And part of this too is, well, you're on course here. You don't want to change course. You want to stay headed toward your goal. Whatever your goal is, Three of Cups, that's the future. You want a life of prosperity and abundance. You want a bountiful harvest and a celebration, a joyous feast. And you don't want to have to change course. You don't want it to take any longer. So we're a little bit unsure of what move to make with all of this. Okay. Now I feel like there really is a connection with horses here for you. Do you have horses, or does this maybe the person who's coming back into your life, they have a connection with horses? There's something that literally, I almost feel like they're literally riding a horse up to your front door, something like that. But the ace, let's talk about the Ace of Wands, because I feel like what this was in the past. And I feel like there was a lot of turmoil. It was a relationship that now maybe you want to idealize it and think, yeah, well, you know what? It wasn't that bad. It was actually pretty good. It was wonderful. This actually was the best relationship I've ever had, right? But deep down inside, I think underneath it all, you realize that it didn't work, and the two of you went separate ways for a reason. Okay? But the Ace of Swords, this is, again, it's kind of, they want to rekindle things, and I feel like there are two sides of how we're kind of remembering it, The Two of Cups here in the future position, well, this is that choice that you have to make. There is love, and then there is love, right? And it's kind of, it's the idea that what are we willing to sacrifice, especially with the fours? We know something's got to give. We know something has to change in our lives. Do we have to change as in try to find a way around this, shut it down, just block maybe the Four of Pentacles is you blocking the numbers, really just kind of protecting yourself, not letting that energy in. You're kind of putting up your defenses before they arrive, right? And that could be it. And honestly, that's what I'm feeling is going on here, is that because now you know that this is coming, you can be prepared for it. And you can figure out how you're going to respond and not let these feelings, because again, that's the problem, that it's going to reawaken these feelings in you, and that's going to make it very easy for you to get back into this relationship, even if logically you don't want to. Okay? So maybe if we're prepared for that now, we can kind of avoid that moment where we start to feel some type of way, and then we're this close to saying yes again. The Two of Cups, we're choosing self-love over anything else. You're choosing a life of prosperity and a bountiful harvest and celebration and just a joyous future, right? You're choosing love. You're choosing self-love, radical self-love. Okay? And I think that you are able to really commit to that, make that part of your plan, fortify yourself against this surprise energy. It's not a surprise energy anymore. Now that you know about it, it's not a surprise, okay? You can expect it coming. Let's move over to the path of the serpent here. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free and doesn't cost you anything. Okay. Do you have a dog? I feel like there's a dog that's always barking for you. It's like a watchdog, but it's kind of not a very. She's not a very good watchdog, but because she's always barking, so it's kind of like the crying wolf thing, you know. And I don't know if is it a German Shepherd? It feels like it's kind of a, I don't know if it'd be a medium or a large sized dog. Yeah. Anyway, sometimes these details come in during the readings, and they're not meant for everyone. If those details aren't for you, don't worry about it. Leave it for the next person. Sometimes they just offer validation or confirmation of the energy that we're in, or to offer synchronicities for some of you. Okay, but if it's not for you, don't worry. That's fine. Okay, so the Six of Swords that we have here is that game plan, right? This is our strategy. This is our course. Now, maybe what needs to change really is that we've got to say, okay, how am I going to deal with this circumstance that's coming? I can see that there's a storm brewing on the horizon. What do I need to do? I can't just do nothing, right? I have to plot a course either to go through the storm or around it or whatever it needs to be, but there needs to be some modification of this blueprint, okay? And I think that's what the Six of Swords is. Okay. The Six of Swords, I think, is also kind of, in some ways, it's about the communication, because I feel like it doesn't do enough to just block this person. There needs to be some sort of a statement of intent, right? That just says no or yes, either way. And that brings up the Ace of Swords here. There needs to be a definite decision made. Okay. And I wonder if this person too is kind of, I don't know, if they feel like they missed out on something with you. I feel like they see that you're making a lot of progress now. They see that you've kind of got your life together. I don't know if this is like social media or if they like live in your town or something, but I feel like they're able to kind of see like how good you're doing right now. And they're just thinking like, man, I missed the boat, you know? And I feel like they want to get back in your life because they feel like you're making a lot of success now, that you're doing a lot of good things. You're doing the right things for you. And they kind of want a little bit of that energy in their life, right? I don't think that's a very good reason to want to get back together with someone. But I feel as if you're light years ahead of them now. Yeah. I feel like they're bringing energy that's going to drag you down. They're bringing just literally a storm that you don't need right now. So we've got that Ace of Swords in the environment, and I think that this is a real definite answer, a definite response to this person. That just, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no equivocation here. It is a very clear message that you're going to be sending. All right? Very, very clear message. I feel like you have a position in healthcare or something. Spirit's telling me that there's something about a hospital or working in a hospital or visiting a hospital. I don't know if you've had someone pass recently. And that might actually bring a different dynamic onto this. And now I'm starting really to not like this other person, because I kind of feel that for some of you, you did experience a loss recently. And this person's trying to come in and, be there for you. Console you in your time of need as a way of getting back into your life. Be aware of that. If that message is for you, if that hospital scene is yours, be aware of anybody that's trying to come back into your life during this difficult time. Be very aware of that, okay? Not necessarily an ex, right? It might not be anything romantic. It could be an old friend. It could be a different family member. Someone that's trying to get back into your life by taking advantage of this very difficult time, okay? Very serious message. I don't think that's for all of you, but if that's yours, be very aware, okay? Very aware. And that certainly fits in with this Four of Cups too. Okay. The Lover's card, this is the difficulty. And I think the difficult thing here really is this decision. It's really us understanding, okay, is this person sincere? Are they authentic? Or are they just taking advantage of either the progress that they see you making or this difficult situation that you're in? How do you kind of judge their motives? Right? That's the challenge here. The challenge is making that decision and committing to it and kind of trusting yourself, right? And that's part of the Ace of Swords here is clearing your mind of all your biases, all your prejudices. What is Spirit telling you about this situation? What is your intuition? What is your gut telling you? Not what is your mind, because your mind will convince you of whatever you want it to. That's the trick of the mind. That's its superpower. It's just a word machine. It will tell you all the words that you want to hear, or the opposite, right? We'll just confuse ourselves. It's not something that you can weigh the pros and cons of. It's not an equation for you to get your calculator and try to work out the mathematics of it. Something that we need to feel, but not feel as in the Queen of Cups has that kind of, now I kind of still have feelings for this person, or they're appealing to my emotions, not that stuff. The real deep feeling, the spiritual feeling from above. What's your own spirit telling you? And if you listen deep down, you'll get a sense of whether this is right or wrong. Okay? And then you will make the choice and the commitment to either reject that person, whether it's a friend, a family member, or an ex-lover, whatever it is, or to accept them back in your life. But either way, you have to remember that you're focused on your highest good. You're focused on your happiness, on your abundance, your bountiful harvest that is your life. You want to always be looking up and forward and making progress. And so this is what we're kind of basing all of our choices on. Okay. And even with the Four of Pentacles here, I kind of wonder if this person coming in is kind of giving us this paralyzed kind of feeling that it's just like, oh my God, I never thought I would see that person again. I never thought I would talk to them. Now here they are back in my life wanting to talk to me again. It's stirring up all this old stuff. And pretty soon we forget all about the path that we were on and the progress that we were trying to make. Okay. I think it might present itself as a very positive show of support for you. They might call you and say, oh, I see that you're doing really well at work these days. I just want to congratulate you. Or you're going through a tough time. Let me be there for you. This kind of stuff that appeals to your emotion. Okay, that's how they're going to try to make that entrance. Okay. Let's look at this mystery card. Let's see what's going on with Alien over here. Let's move these out of the way. All right. I'm kind of thinking, I'm thinking like, maybe your Power card, maybe the Justice card, maybe the Emperor, right? That we are just, we're not affected by those appeals to our emotion. You can't sway us by making me, feel sentimental or nostalgic or anything. So maybe we want the Emperor here. Yeah. If you have a prediction, I want you to put it down in the comments. All right. Let's see what we've got. Page of Wands. Page of Wands is the reminder not to do anything impulsive. This is... Excuse my cough button again there. The Page of Wands is kind of this energy that says, oh, maybe I should try it again. Maybe it's not going to be the same as it was last time. The Page of Wands is always open to experiences, always open to experimentation, always open to taking risks, always open to try something again and to do new things. And to, the thing is, this is not a new thing. This is something that the Queen of Pentacles, that Queen of Pentacles aspect of yourself, already knows what it was like last time. This is not the first time that it happened, that you've had this kind of relationship with this person, whatever the nature of that relationship was. Okay, so the Page of Wands, we kind of feel that there's this excitement. Oh yeah, this is stimulating. This might be a really fun, really great, really wonderful opportunity, right? So we're very eager to start to do it, and it's very impulsive. But this isn't the first time. You have to activate that higher part of yourself that just says, I've been there before. I don't want to go back. But maybe you do. The choice is yours. The tarot's not going to tell you what to do. Okay? And I'm certainly not going to tell you what to do. I'll present the energy. I'll present the alternatives that Spirit might be showing us. And the rest is, the rest is up to you. All right? We are going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, there's a link up in the corner or at the end of the video or down in the video description. New readings for Libra every Wednesday and Saturday. But I'm here every single day. You can come back, see me again tomorrow. All right? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.